Do you struggle to figure out what your real purpose in life is? What the real reason is that you're here, and who you really are, who you're really meant to be? It's one of the most common questions, and it's also one of the questions that is least answered, because people are so confused by all the parental fantasies and peer pressure and cultural conditioning, and just have not had the space or the permission or the understanding of how to discover who you really are and why you're really here. And so I want to give you a couple things just to support you today. Obviously, I can't give you a whole workshop on purpose, but I want to talk about two things. The first one is desire, and the second one is reflection. And the first one is desire. Desire, it's not what we think of Buddha when it says desire is suffering. That's not the right understanding of desire. Desire comes from a root that means of the sire, of the Father, of the creative principle. And your true burning desires are not a signal of what's outside of you that you have to go get, but a signal of what's inside of you trying to get out. It means you're pregnant with something and that you are meant to give birth to it. And so if you are willing to cultivate and understand your deepest desires, not what do I think I could get, not what do I think I could do, not what do I think I should do, not what I think I have to do, but instead answer this question: if I could truly have what I deeply, deeply desire, if I could be, do, create, contribute what I deeply desire. Again, not what I think I can make money at, not what I think I could do or have to do or should do. That's all the stuff that gets in the way. Those are what I call the vision blinders. But if I could truly have what I deeply want, what would it look like? What would I be? What would I do? What would I create or contribute? Ask that question, contemplate that question sincerely and continuously. I remember I spent probably at least 2 months, if not longer, going to a bookstore every single day when I didn't know what my purpose was, and I worked with that question. And I would go get a book, I would read after I asked that question, find something that sparked me, sit in meditation again, ask that question again, and I was cultivating a deep understanding of my deepest and sincerest desires. And what it did is it began to map out what was really in there, down the layer of filter after filter of shame, guilt, fear, punishment, conditioning, until I broke through. And how do you know it? Because that which really lights you up is not an accident. What really lights you up and turns you on is the signal of who you are. That's why Howard Thurman says, do not ask what the world wants. Ask what makes you come alive, and do that. Because what the world wants and needs are people that have come fully alive. So that's the first thing I want you to really look at. I want you to commit to until you are absolutely clear what you truly, deeply desire. And then the second thing is I want you to do a little process with me right now. I want you to imagine or think about a few of the people throughout history or present. They could be fictional, they could be spiritual, religious, political, creative, athletic, people that you deeply admire or even aspire to, or would dream of meeting or knowing or being like. Just come up with a few names right now. You know, Buddha, Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, Steve Jobs, you know, the regulars, the usual suspects. But whoever it is for you. Could even be Uncle Joe. Take a moment, and you can pause this video if you're able to do that and really do this. And now as you think about those individuals, one by one ask, what is the qualities of this individual that I admire most, that I love the most? What are the talents, abilities, or skills that I admire or aspire to most? What is it about their story or their message that speaks to me most, that resonates with me most deeply? Like Oprah's rags to riches, or Steve Jobs not willing to take no even when he was kicked out of his own company, or Elon Musk's willingness to give every penny he had to his grand vision when a lot of people thought he was crazy. Whatever it is. And the qualities, maybe they're a great speaker, they're a lover, they're a leader, they're articulate. Write all that down. Now, what I want you to know is that you have not described them. It may or may not be true about them. What you've really described is you. This is what I call the soul profile, because whatever pulls you is a projection of your unintegrated power. That what you're projecting onto the screen of your life is parts of you you have not owned fully yet. And there's a reason why you're attracted to them, why you admire them, why you love them, why you aspire to be like them, because you're seeing you. And I'm telling you what I know for sure. And I remember years ago when I saw a person perform as a singer-songwriter and he hit this note and he was so alive. It's like, oh my God, I would love to sing like that. And then I caught myself and I remembered, wait, what's true anywhere is true everywhere. There's one life, one mind, one creative principle. It must be where I am. Therefore, whatever I'm seeing and wanting and feeling must be possible. And I began to reclaim that and name that every single day and then go and practice playing piano and singing the way I normally did, nothing differently. Within a month, I was singing like that. It shocked everybody, including my singing teacher. They're like, what, did you have a past life in this? No, I reclaimed that fragment of my own power. So I want to invite you today to really do this work. Get in touch with your desire. Get down through those filters of cultural conditioning and peer pressure and parental fantasy and own what you really want. The fire of your burning desire, and then articulate this soul profile by putting your name at the top and saying, as a blank, 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 and fill it out with those qualities, and then add the desire. So as an articulate leader, full of power and compassion and love, willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what, I, Derek Rydall, do X, Y, Z in the world. So write that down, use that as a vision statement, make that a mantra, read it daily, visualize and activate the feeling, and watch how more than you can imagine begins to emerge. You begin to become the person you've always wanted. You begin to create the life you desire and you deserve. I hope this inspires you. Until next time, live authentically, love unconditionally, and follow your destiny.